Hi, my name is Josulai. I'm a partner solution architect in AWS. Today, I'm joined by Samir from CloudHedge. Welcome, Samir.
Thank you, Chao, for having me.
Can you share us a little bit about CloudHedge?
So, CloudHedge is a technology company that we focus on migration and modernization. We help customers who are looking to adopt AWS through their journey, right from assessment all the way to migration and modernization, and helping them run efficiently, as efficiently as possible, using our AI-powered platform that is called Dart and Omnideq. We support various industries, including public sector, in helping customers minimize risk and do it at an accelerated pace.
Got it. So you have been working with various customers in this migration and modernization space. So what are the major challenges that customers are seeing in this, migration and modernization?
Right. So the top three challenges that we see in our customer scenario is manual discovery, and it can lead to surprises.
What do you mean by surprises?
So surprises are information that you discover late in the project, and the later you discover that information, it can have an impact on the timelines and the cost, leading to rework.
Right.
So that's very, very important to discover as much information as possible and as complete information as early as possible. That's the reason an automated assessment is very important.
It's true.
And the third is executing at scale. As you know, if you have one or two applications that you need to migrate or modernize, you can put together a team that can do that well. When you want to do this at scale for large number of your VMs or applications, it becomes tricky to maintain the consistency to get the same quality of deliverables. And that's the most important challenge when you're trying to look at all of your application modernization.
So how CloudHedge is helping customers to address those challenges? Do you have any specific solution or capabilities to address those pain points?
Sure. So we have two capabilities, two offerings. First is called Dart. It stands for Discovery Analysis and Rationalization Tool. The second is Omnideq. And Dart acts as your modernization GPS. Omnideq allows you to take the information that Dart collects and executes it as a AI-powered modernization copilot. And both of these offerings are powered by R6 AI engine that provides the speed and the agility that the customers desire in their application modernization journey.
I like the name you call it, modernization's GPS. So for customers who are studying the modernization, how these solutions work together throughout the journey? Can you give me some example?
Sure. Let me take an example. Let's say that you have a data center that you are trying to migrate and modernize. So the first step in this journey is Dart, which is where you do discovery analysis of all of your estate. Then you use Omnideq to employ the right migration or modernization strategy amongst the 6Rs, and then you move it to AWS. And the good part about Dart is that because it is acting as a modernization GPS, it's also relevant after taking the first step in your migration modernization journey on an ongoing basis, because modernization is a multi-step process and an iterative process. So it is useful to have Dart, the GPS, as a great tool, companion tool when you are continuing your modernization.
So you are saying that your customer is migrating to AWS, right? So can you elaborate more about what are the AWS services that you can use to do the modernization?
Sure. So we support EC2, ECS, EKS, and using Migration Hub, you can move to those targets, and customer have the maximum flexibility when they use our platforms.
So when customers are planning their modernization journey, they often use multiple tools for assessment, discovery, migration, modernization, and etc. How are your tools simplifying this process to save time and effort for customers?
Great question. Because customers don't like to use multiple tools in their discovery as well as modernization journey. They would prefer that they have an integrated way to do that. And hence, our platform is designed to start from the OLA process all the way to taking migration and modernization steps in the same platform. So it's a single pane of glass that allows you to not only discover, but also take your modernization steps whenever you choose to. And it's important that we provide them the most flexibility so they can today, for example, decide to do migration for some other workloads, and then later on continue that journey to containerize them or move to open source and go on modernization pathways. So that becomes very, very powerful and better customer experience as well.
So does your tools integrate with Migration Hub to track the migration, end-to-end migrations?
Sure. The tool integrates natively with MGN and allows customers to use a Migration Hub who are comfortable with tracking the migration progress through that. Or you can use a single pane of glass that our platform provides to track that as well. So it's fully integrated. Customers get an integrated view as well.
I see. So when it comes to the modernization, customer, who are exploring to do the modernization, they have multiple options because there are a lot of the tools out there. So what is the unique capabilities and the expertise that you bring to the table for those customers who are looking for modernizations?
Great. So apart from the comprehensive coverage from discovery all the way to execution, our tool can work in an air-gapped environment, which makes it possible for customers who are strict on compliances to make it work.
I see. So I understand that your tools can use to do the modernization with the containers and ECS and EKS and etc. you explained before. And some of the customer, when it comes to containerizations, they have this the hesitations because container technology is complex for them, so they have the skill gap and etc. How did you address those hesitations? How did you solve those challenges?
Right. So the job of the platform is to show what the art of the possible. So because many a times customers think that it is very difficult to adopt containers. So we identify the complexities involved in containerization, and that gives customers comfort with enough information to give them the confidence that containerization is possible. They may choose to do that later, but at least they have complete information at their fingertips to make the right decision with the right information.
Cool. So far, we have been talking about the tools, right, and the capability. And now I want you to share with me about the customer case study. So if you have any customer case study who you use that tool to overcome their challenges in their modernizations journey.
Sure. We have a great customer case study where we worked in public sector, where we had a task to modernize a mission critical application that was written 20 years ago. Really old application with no knowledge or expertise in-house about how that application was written. And the task was to modernize it and run it on AWS. So with that, we were able to deliver the modernization at 9x the speed of what was originally planned. And we saved 25,000 hours. And we were able to execute it in under 3 months and go live in GovCloud, which is extremely difficult otherwise because they had estimated it to be a 15 months task.
That's impressive. 9 times faster than legacy application and save 25,000 hours.
Yeah, we have another exciting case study that where we helped a customer in their analysis of data center exit, where they had 500 plus virtual machines that they were looking to migrate, and they wanted to understand the blast radius of their VMs and their applications in order to make the right decisions for migration and modernization.
I see. So you mentioned about this blast radius. So how does this eliminate the risks, the migration risks for customers?
Great. So the most important thing that customers are looking for is to make sure that when they migrate or modernize, their applications work just the way they were working, at least. And from that point of view, it's important that they understand what are the dependencies of their applications, whether inside the data center or external. And that is what Dart can provide to customers even before they start the migration. And that really is extremely important from customers' point of view, because they can then plan their waves of migration and modernization using the dependency map.
Thank you for sharing this amazing customer case study. We love it. For customers who are interested in exploring more about your tools, what is the best way to reach out to your team?
Sure. We have created a workshop-style immersion day lab that they can get their hands on and play with the platform. And we also provide sample applications that they can use and get a full experience and enabled on our platform. And whenever they have a problem to solve in their context, we can definitely engage with them and help them in their migration and modernization journey.
Thanks, Samir, for sharing amazing customer case studies. We love it. Today, we have talked about how CloudHedge can accelerate customer migration and a modernization journey. Thank you for your time. We will see you in the next.